This is a recording for Musaf for Rosh Hashanah Day 1 and Day 2 for High Holidays 2020. I will be including both Shabbat and non-Shabbat on here. The first day of Rosh Hashanah is Shabbat this year. The second day is not. So you should do whichever one it is based on what you're doing. But there are relatively few differences, so they'll both be on the same recording. As always, please keep in mind my Hebrew is not perfect. So if you hear a difference on the recording from what is on the page, please do the Hebrew that is on the page. This is a truncated recording with only those things that are absolutely necessary for the holiday, so it cuts out the piyutim, and this recording will probably be only the first half, and there'll be another recording for the second half. So we begin on page 120 with Ashrei, which is normally part of the Torah service instead of Musaf. But since you are not going to be having Torah, you won't have Torah reading, and therefore you won't be doing the Torah service. And so we will take only Ashrei from the Torah service and do it right before we do Kaddish. That's on page 120, and you just lead them in with the first line, and then you'll pick up at the Chatimah, just like on Shabbat. Ashrei yoshvei daitecha ojehalalucha selah. Then you'll continue silently until the bottom of page 120 at the arrow, when you'll sing Tilat Adonai yedaber pi vivarech kol basar shemcho le'olam va'ed v'anachnu nevarech ya me'ata v'ad olam hallelujah. Then you'll continue on page 123 with the Chatzi Kaddish. Yitgadal v'yitgadash shemei Rabbah v'ya'alamad yivarach irutei v'yamlich malchutei b'chayechon u'vyomechon u'v'chayedecho beit Yisrael b'hagala u'vizman kariv v'yimeru Amen. Yehi shmei Rabbah mevorach le'olam le'omei almaya yitbarach yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitbar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh v'yitadar v'yitale v'yitalal shemei dekudesha brichu brichu le'ela le'ela Mikol birchata v'shirata tuhushbechata b'nechemata ta'amira me'alma v'yimeru Amen. Then you'll go into the silent Amidah. If you have a shofar blower and it is not Shabbat, remember that in the midst of the silent Amidah are three places for the shofar blower to blow after each of shofar, malchuyot, and zikronot. Obviously, if it's Shabbat, you won't do that because we don't blow shofar on Shabbat. But if you have one on day 2, then just a reminder to include that. Okay. Then we continue on page 141 with the repetition. You'll say the first 2 lines to yourself as you take 3 steps back and 3 steps forward. And then you'll begin with the patriarchs and matriarchs on the left-hand side of the page. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu Velohei avotenu v'imotenu Elohei Avraham Elohei Yitzchak Elohei Yaakov Elohei Sarah Elohei Rivka Elohei Rachel Elohei Leah Ha'el Hagadol Hagibor V'Hanora El Elyon Gomel Chasadim Tovim V'Konei HaKol וזוכר חסדי אבות ואימהות, ומביא גואל לבני בניהם, למען שמו באהבה. Then you'll skip the next paragraph and go down to the last two lines at Zochreinu. Zochreinu l'chaim, melech hafetz b'chaim, v'chodvenu b'sefer ha'chaim, l'ma'ancha Elohim chaim. You continue on the top of the page on the left-hand side with the patriarchs and matriarchs. Melech Ozer, Moshiach Magen, Baruch atah Adonai, Magen Avraham, Ufoked Sarah. Amen. Then you continue through the rest of the page. Atah gibor le'olam Adonai, Mechaye metim atah Rav le'Hoshia. Mechalkel chayim bechesed, mechaye metim berachamim rabim, somech noflim v'rofeh cholim, umatir asurim, umekayem emunato lishenei afar. Mi chamocha bal givurot, umido melech, Malach mehemitu mechaye umatzmiach Yeshua. Mi chamocha ahav harachamim, zocher yitzurav chayim berachamim, v'neman atah le'achayot metim, Baruch atah Adonai Mechaye hametim. Then you're going to skip ahead to page 145 for the Kedusha. For the Kedusha, just like on Shabbat, the congregation will recite first and then you will repeat after them. And I'll show you that here. So first, the congregation will say the first paragraph to themselves, and then you will sing, Kesot siach sarfei kodesh, hamakdishim shimcha b'kodesh, dare malayim dare mata, kakatuv al yad neviecha, v'kara zel zeh ve'amar. And then everyone will sing together, and then you will repeat after. They will sing together. Kadosh, 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 Adonai Tzvaot, Melech kol haaretz kivodo. Then they will sing the next paragraph to themselves, and you will pick up and repeat. Kadosh, 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 Adonai Tzvaot, Melech kol haaretz kivodo. Kivodo, Mahalei olam. Mesharetav shoalim ze lazeh, ayeh mekom kivodo, leumatam baruch yomeru. Then everyone will sing together, Baruch kivod Adonai mimkomo. Then they will sing the next paragraph to themselves, and then you will repeat, Baruch kivod Adonai mimkomo, mimkomo, ahu yifen barachamim. V'yachon amam yachadim shemo, erev avokir b'chol yom tamid, b'mayim b'yahava, shema omrim. And everyone will sing together. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. They will sing the next paragraph to themselves, and then you will sing, Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Echad hu Eloheinu, hu Avinu, hu Malkeinu, hu Moshienu, Vehu vehu yashmienu berachamav shenit li'nei kol chai. Vehu yashmienu berachamav shenit li'nei kol chai. Liot lachem lelohim. Everyone will sing together. Ani Adonai Elohechem. Then everyone will do the next paragraph by themselves, and you will repeat. Ani Adonai Elohechem. Adir Adireinu Adonai Adoneinu. Madir Shemcha Bechol Haaretz. V'hayeh Adonai lemelech al kol haaretz. Bayom hahu yeh Adonai echad. Ushmo echad. Uvdivrei kodeshecha katuv lemor. Everyone will sing with you. Yimloch Adonai le'olam. Elohayich Tzion. Ledor v'dor. Hallelujah. And then you go straight into Ledor Vador. The congregation will not sing this ahead of you. Ledor Vador Nagid Godlecha Ulenetzach Netzachim Kedushatcha Nahagdish Veshivchacha Eloheinu Mipinu lo yamush leolam vaed Yihel Melech Gadol V'kadosh Ata. And then you'll go into the next paragraph. Chamol amasecha v'tizmach memasecha v'yomaru lecha chosecha b'tzadecha musecha tukdash Adon al kol maasecha. And then you will skip ahead to page 148, and you will do the final paragraph at the bottom, the last 3 lines. Tuskav leavdecha v'timloch al kol beichud kakatuv al yad neviecha v'hayad Adonai lemelech al kol haaretz bayom hahu yeh Adonai echad ushmo echad. Then you'll continue on the top of page 149, and you'll do this whole page. Uvachen tenpachtecha Adonai Eloheinu al kol maasecha v'yematecha al kol ma shebarata v'yaraucha kol hamasim v'yishtachavu lefanecha kol habruhim v'yasu kulam aguda echad lasod retzonecha belevav shalem. Kemo she'adanu Adonai Eloheinu she'al shilton lefanecha oz biyadecha ugvura b'minecha v'shimcha nora al kol ma shebarata uvechen ten kavod Adonai le'amecha tehila lirecha v'tikva ledoreshecha ufitchon peh lam yachalim lach simcha le'artzecha v'sason lirecha utmichat keren leDavid avdecha verichat ner leven Yishai mishichecha b'mhera b'yameinu. Uvechen tzadikim yiru v'yizmachu v'yisharim yalotu v'chasidim berina yagilu v'yolata tikpot piha v'kol harisha kula yershantik le ki tavir memshelet Zadon min haaretz. Then you're going to continue on the top of page 151. This page has Shabbat insertions, and when I get to that section, to that paragraph, I will first do the one with the Shabbat additions for the first day, and then I will do the one without the Shabbat additions for the second day. The first two paragraphs have no Shabbat additions. V'timloch ata Adonai le'avdecha al kol ma'asecha, behar Tzion mishkan kvodecha, u'v'Yerushalayim ir kodshecha, kakatuv b'divrei kodshecha. Yimloch Adonai le'olam, Elohayach Tzion ledor v'ador. Hallelujah. Kadosh ata v'nora shemecha, v'yenei lo mibaladecha, kakatuv. Vayikba Adonai tzevaot b'mishpat, ha'el hakadosh nihikdash b'tzedakah. Baruch atah Adonai, hamelech hakadosh. Amen. This next paragraph has Shabbat additions. I'll do the Shabbat version first. This is for day 1. Ata v'chartanu mikol hamim, avta otanu v'ratzita banu, v'romamtanu mikol haleshonot, v'kideshtanu b'mitzvotecha, v'keravtanu malkeinu livodatecha. V'shimcha hagadol v'hakadosh, aleinu karata. V'titen lanu Adonai Eloheinu b'ahava, et yom ha'shabbat hazeh v'et yom ha'zikaron hazeh. Yom zikaron truha b'ahava mikra kodesh, zecher litzliat Mitzrayim. On day 2, when it's not Shabbat, you will not include, obviously, those insertions. We'll start from Vatiten Lanu, which is the 4th paragraph on the page. Vatiten lanu Adonai Eloheinu b'ahava, et yom hazikaron hazeh, yom truha mikra kodesh, zecher litzliat Mitzrayim. Then we continue with the rest of the page, which does not have Shabbat insertions until the very end. So we pick up at Umipinei. Umipnei chatainu galinu me'artzenu, v'nitrachaknu me'al admatenu, v'ein anachnu yecholim lasot chovotenu, bevet bechiratecha. Ba'bayit hagadol, v'hakadosh shinikrashim chalav, mipnei hayad shenishta, lecha b'mikdashecha. Yehi ratzon milfanecha Adonai Eloheinu, Elohei avoteinu, melech rachaman, shetashuv u'trachem aleinu, v'yal artzecha brachamecha harabim, v'tivnehu mehera, u'kadel kevodo. Avinu Malkeinu, galeh kevod malchutecha aleinu mehera, v'hofa v'hinasei aleinu lenei kol chai. V'karef pezureinu min ben hagoyim, unefutzotenu kanes, Miarkei haaretz, v'havienu l'tzion ircha, berina, v'liyerushalayim beit mikdashecha, besimchat olam, shesham asu avotenu lefanecha, Ad korbanot chovateinu, temedim kesidram, umusafim kehilchatam. This next paragraph has Shabbat insertions, as you can see. First I'll do the one with Shabbat and then the one without. So this is for the first day. V'et Musaf Yom HaShabbat Hazeh, V'et Musaf Yom HaZikaron Hazeh, Asu v'hikrevu lefanecha b'yahava, kemitzvat ritzonecha, kakatuv b'toratecha, al yedei Moshe avtecha, mipi chevodecha kamur. And then on the second day, you'll pick up from there 3 lines from the bottom. V'et Musaf Yom HaZikaron Hazeh, Asu v'hikrevu lefanecha b'yahava, kimitzvat ritzonecha, kakatuv b'toratecha, al yedei Moshe avtecha, mipi chevodecha kamur. Then on the top of the page, the first paragraph, you will insert if it is Shabbat. When it is not Shabbat, you'll just pick up at the second paragraph. So here's the Shabbat paragraph. Uvayom HaShabbat shnei chavasim b'nei shana timimim u'shnei esronim solet mincha b'lulav hashemen v'nisko olad Shabbat b'Shabbato alo la tatamid v'niska. And then on all days, you'll pick up here. V'chodesh hashvihi b'nechad lachodesh mikra chodesh yeh lachem kol melechet avodah lo tasu yom truah yeh lachem v'yasitem ola reach nichoach ladonai parben bachar echad ayil echad Kivasim b'nei shana shiva timimim u'minchatam v'niskehem kimdubar shlosha esronim lapar u'shnei esronim nim la'ayil v'yisaron la'keves ve'yayin kinischo u'shnei sirim lechaper u'shnei timidim kehilchatam Milvat olat hachodesh u'minchata ve'olat hatamina minchata v'niskehem kimishpatam l'reach nichoach yishel Adonai. Then you'll do the paragraph for jewelry in distress. And then the only thing that's different for Shabbat is the very ending. So I'll do the Shabbat version first. Eloheinu v'Eloi avotenu, rachem halachenu Beit Yisrael, hantunim b'tzara, v'otzihem me'afela lehora. V'kabel barachamim et tfilatam amcha b'nei Yisrael b'chol mekomot moshvotehem v'hashofechim et libam lefanecha. And then if it's Shabbat, you say Vayom HaShabbat hazeh u'vayom hazikaron hazeh. And if it's just Rosh Hashanah and weekday, you say Vayom hazikaron hazeh. Okay. Then you continue on the top of page 153. You will do the first paragraph on 153 if it is Shabbat, and not if it's a weekday, and it's just Yismechu, which you do with the Shabbat melody. Yismechu b'malachutecha, shomrei, shomrei, shomrei Shabbat v'korei oneg Shabbat. Yismechu b'malachutecha, shomrei, shomrei, shomrei Shabbat v'korei oneg Shabbat. Mekadeshei, mekadeshei shevi Shabbat. Kulam yisbehu v'yitachu honeg Shabbat. Yismechu b'malachutecha, shomrei, shomrei, shomrei Shabbat v'korei honeg Shabbat. Yismechu b'malachutecha, shomrei, shomrei, shomrei Shabbat v'korei oneg Shabbat. Ushvai ratzita bo b'kidashto Shabbat, chemdat yamim oto karata Shabbat. Yismechu b'malechutecha, shomrei Shabbat, v'korei oneg Shabbat. Yismechu b'malechutecha, shomrei Shabbat, v'korei oneg Shabbat. Zecher l'maseh b'reishit Shabbat. Zecher l'maseh b'reishit Shabbat. Yismechu b'malechutecha, shomrei Shabbat, v'korei oneg Shabbat. Yismechu b'malechutecha, shomrei Shabbat, v'korei oneg Shabbat. Then on weekdays and Shabbat, you pick up with the second paragraph. Eloheinu v'Elohei Avoteinu, Heyehim b'fiot shuluchei Amcha Beit Yisrael, Hamadim levakesh tefillah v'tachanuni milfanecha al Amcha Beit Yisrael. Horem Ashir Amaruhu, Pavinem Ashir Daberu, Pashivem Ashir Shaluhu, Yedeem Hechefaheru, Beor Panecha Yahalechun, Berech Lecha Yichrehun, Amcha Befihem Yivarechun, Umir Birchot Picha, Kulam Yibarechun. The next paragraph. Ochila lahel lefanav, Eshala mimenu manelashon. Asher bichal ha'mashira uzo, Abiaren anot, Be'ad mifalav. Ladamar chaylev, Adonai manelashon. Adonai sifatai tiftach, ufi agit tehilatecha, yiyu liratzon, imrefi, vehegyon libi lifanecha, Adonai tzuri v'goali. Then you'll do Aleinu on page 154. You can either just get down on your knees and put your head on the floor, or you can go fully prostrate and just lay fully down on your front on the floor. Either way, you're going to want to get down on the floor when you say Va'anachnu, and you're going to make sure that your either full body or head is on the floor before you get to Umodim, and then you're going to rise on Lifnei Melech, just as we do rise on Shabbat. And it'll sound like this. Aleinu l'shabeach l'adon hakol latet gedula leyotzeh bereshit shelo asanu kigoyei haratzot Velo samanu k'mishpachot hadama, shelo sam chelkeinu kahem, v'goraleinu kechol hamonam. V'anachnu korarim, umishtachavim umodim. Lifnei melech malchei hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. And that is where we're going to stop, because the next thing is Malchuyot Zichronot Shofarot, and that will be on the next recording.